My name is Agatha, and this is the tarot reading for the year of 2016 for the sign of Libra. If you have the sun, the moon, or the rising sign in Libra, or even if you have a stellium, which is at least 3 planets in the sign of Libra, then this is the reading for you. This is a very general reading. If you'd like a private consultation with me, please send an email to dunyazad@gmail.com. I'd be delighted to work with you. You can see it in the box, my email, and also you can click on where it says list of services, and you'll be directed to my blog. You'll see all the lists of service that I provide. And all my readings are written down by me. It's no software readings. I write them down. I prefer it. Uh, so this will be 24 cards in 2 decks that I'll be using. Each month will have 2 cards, and the decks that I'm using are something that I bought yesterday. Oh my god, it's so beautiful. It's the Nicoletta Ceccioli or Ceccioli Tarot. I don't know how to say it. I apologize if I'm not saying her name properly. It's so beautiful. Oh my god. I bought it. I don't know how you say this. In this little, it's not little. It's in a store where I go to buy all my decks. Anything to do with the esoterical arts, this is where I go. I go to Spiral in Lisbon, Portugal, because I'm Portuguese. And they have so many decks and books and crystals and oh my god, everything. It cost me, I bought it yesterday, it cost me 23 euros and 20 cents. And the second deck that I'm using, it's the Mini Connolly Tarot deck, which it cost me how much? 13 euros. A few years ago, I don't even remember how many. So, Libra 2016. How will the year be for you? It starts fine, it ends very well, in the middle, things are a bit different. So, in the first month, you have the Two of Coins. If you can see how beautiful? And the Ace of Cups. So this can be read in different ways. Let's say you have 2 different jobs, so two different activities, and the second one that you start, you start out of love because it's a new activity and you really love it. Something that gives you immense emotional satisfaction, and you have to balance everything very well. Your regular job and this new activity, or even this second job, you have to balance both things or both jobs very well. Or it can be something else. It could be like a new relationship, a new love, and then you have to balance very well the time that you have for yourself and all the chores you have to do in your job, in your ordinary life, and having time again for this person, man or woman, I don't know. And again, another possibility which kind of fits better with the whole reading, again, this is very general, a new baby, because it's a baby. Can you see? It's a baby in the cup. Could be like you have a new baby in January 2016, and you are like overwhelmed because there's so many things you have to do. There's so many tasks that you need to fulfill. You need to balance everything, not everything very well, and not let anything drop. Okay, uh, and maybe you are unable to leave your job, or like the time that you have to spend with your kid, with your child, is very little. In some places it could be like less than a month or 2 weeks or something like that. It depends from place to place. In Portugal it's 4 months or 5 months, so it could be up to 5 months after you have your baby. But in northern countries, like it could be like up to a year or even more than that. This is uh, January. In February 2016 you have the Knight of Swords. Again, look at the, oh my god, I wish I could look how beautiful this card is. So this little doll is flying high in a bird made of paper, and you have the Three of Swords. So it could be like some harsh action makes you feel, you take some harsh action, like an impulsive action, and you regret it. You regret it because it might cause you some sort of emotional pain. Whatever action which you take in February 2016, Libra, it will be very impulsive. It's not very planned out, and you'll regret it. Or maybe because you have to deal with so many things, you really don't have time to think everything through. And the actions that you need to take, they have to be fast. So it kind of, to me, it's like the beginning of mental stress. Why do I say this in February? Because in March, the cards that came out for you were the Eight of Swords and the Seven of Swords. It's like in March, you're really aware that maybe having to, if it's a baby, having to deal with so many things is really taking a toll on you mentally. There's lots and lots of stress. The thing that I thought of was postpartum depression, and if you have it, you're like feeling restricted. You're feeling like a victim. You're being very paranoid. Uh, you're being very fearful, afraid of anything. If you see this little girl dressed as a bunny, she's like holding a bunny, and there's like this blackness around her. It's like she's fearing the boogeyman, you know. And then the Seven of Wands, I would say that you're hiding. If you have some sort of depression, could be postpartum depression, or not necessarily, could be let's say you have a new job and you have to do many things at once, and this job that you have, or this other activity that you have, although it's very joyous, or it started to be very joyous to you, it just kind of added the mental stress into your life, and probably it's not something which you expected. If you have some sort of mental stress, you're hiding it. You're hiding it very well. You're hiding it from everyone. In April, the cards that came out for you were the Seven of Swords and the Six of Wands. So I would say that you keep hiding this stress, because to me the Seven of Swords is like hiding something, not telling the whole truth about it. However, because the Six of Wands came out, I would say that maybe, you start to deal with your mental stress in a different way, and you might seek help of some kind. So it, to me, it would be like a victory over something which you're like hiding, but you feel that you still need to hide it in order to successfully overcome this mental stress. You need to still keep on hiding. Maybe you seek some sort of help, but you're hiding about you're not telling anyone about it, and you're kind of hiding it. In May 2016, you have the Six of Swords, which is a beautiful card. Look at it. The bunny is crying. I don't know if you can see. She might be dead, but I don't think she's dead. I think she's like resting. And the Emperor. I would say that this is a traveling away from troubled waters and establishing inner stability, inner control, inner power, I would say. So, like inner uh, mental stability. And I would say that that started in April, and you're seeing the results in May, and in June you have the Moon card, again beautiful, and you have again the Six of Swords. And to me, it's the way I see it. First it came out this, and then it came out this. Traveling away from your fears, from even your illusions, like really terrifying fears. And again, I keep thinking mental distress of some kind, of mental illness of some kind. Could be depression, could be anything, could be postpartum depression. And I hate these little things that come out and just tell you stuff. I just don't tell me. Okay, don't like these things. So you're traveling away you're moving away from your fears. You're moving away from this mental stress. This you're healing yourself again. You're seeing the results in May, in June, and in July you have the a major arcana, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Fool, two major arcanas. So in July it's a very big month for you. It's really the end of an old cycle and the beginning of something new, and you'll start this something new, uh, almost like having the feeling that kids have when they start something new, when they're really excited about something, without stress, I would say. Yeah, without mental confusion, I would say. And in August you have the World card, major arcana, and the Nine of Wands. There's a completion of a cycle successfully. So maybe you complete again. Please don't do this. I hate this. Like everything gets more and more complicated. God, I wish things were less complicated in terms of computers and computing. Anyway, in August there's a completion of a cycle, and you feel like you're ready for anything. You feel like whatever comes your way, you're ready for it. You're on your guard, and also there's more self-awareness about who you are. So this kind of served all this mental stress, all these mental issues kind of serve for you to know yourself better. In September, the cards that came out for you were the Chariot. Look at that. So she's like, I don't know if you can see it. No, God. She's like holding a baby. And then there's the Knight of Cups. It's like you took care of yourself. If there's a baby in the picture, if you actually were a mother in the beginning of the year, you took care of yourself because you wanted to take care of your baby, to be fully present for your baby. And I think in September you are able to give all the love that you want to give, and to give to emotionally be available for your baby, like in a very complete, in a very in a very complete way. It's because you took care of yourself. Now you can be, or you feel that you are a successful mother. I don't know if this makes sense. Or it could be also that you are available to receive love because you took care of yourself. In October, the cards that came out for you were the Temperance card and the Ace of Wands. The Temperance card, in traditional decks, it's like an angel, and it connects heaven and earth. You see, here it's a bit different. She's like sleeping on the back of a fish. The fish is like connected with Christianity. I think everybody knows that. So what I thought about was developing moderation. And how do you develop moderation? Develop harmony, inner harmony. Like she's quieting, she's like she's asleep. So this could speak of having harmony in your emotional self. And how can you do that? You can do that through meditation. That's what I thought. I thought, okay, she's not meditating, but it could be this, that it could start something new. And what you start is something to do with meditation, in order for you to control and harmonize your feelings, and always have complete control over your your emotions. And maybe you don't want to take drugs, and maybe meditation, because I don't know, you're with a kid, maybe you're breastfeeding or something, and you want to you want to make sure that your kid is always safe, that you don't put poison in your body. And so what would be the way to always make sure not using meds, that you're always in harmony within yourself. Meditation, that's what I thought. So like maybe initiating um, daily meditation in October 2016, and November you have the Death card, which is a good card, okay? And this is interesting. It's the seven dwarfs with the Snow White, and she just ate the apple. She's not dead. They think she's dead, but she's not dead. She's asleep. And again, the sleep, meditation is not sleeping. And then there's the Four of Wands. The Death card means an old cycle which ends and something new which begins. So maybe you started meditation in October, and in November this allowed for you to start a new cycle on your home life with your family, with your husband. It's like harmonizing your feelings, harmonizing yourself will make for a stronger marriage, for a stronger connection with your husband and with your family. Like, to, in, yeah, it's like a successful marriage or a new cycle which begins in November, which will bring you success. And I'm thinking on the home front with your husband, with your family, like the family unit which you've constructed. Um, and again in December, so it's later in the year, it's better than in the beginning. Um, in December 2016, you have the Six of Cups and the Three of Cups. I would read these two cards together as um, very fulfilling emotional time with your husband or with your wife. I'm thinking husband, but with your spouse, with your significant other. The Six of Cups is being generous towards others, but being generous in a very innocent way, having no agenda. So I'm giving you this, I'm giving you something out of love. It's really pure. And to me, it's in the Three of Cups usually means celebrating something. I it's complete emotional satisfaction. It's lots and lots of love, lots and lots of joyous time with, again, I would say with your spouse, even with your friends in December 2016. You overcome something, and you do it very well during this month of during this year of 2016. It's a few difficult months, but you have the ability to overcome all of these, I would say mental instability, mental issues, something. You have the ability to overcome it. So this is the reading that I have for you, Libra. I hope you have a great year. If you'd like a private consultation with me, please send an email to duniazad@gmail.com. I'd be delighted to work with you. Thank you.